no, this is going to be a controversial thing, right? So, ladies, don't get your feelings yet. Give me 40 seconds to get through what you're saying before you turn off, right? Let's not start a ceremony. No, Neil, in the corner stage, the wife and I, we were having a conversation one time, and she started to bristle when they said, a lot of women out there are waste women. And she bristled at that term, right? Because today it is quite, if I say a waste man, shoot, that just roll off your tongue. I don't offend nobody, that's cool, right? But when you say a waste woman, it's like, how are women, women are chaste and virtuous, spirits driven, snow and all that. It is impossible for a woman to be a waste, right? And on one of the last podcasts we recorded, they made the point that a lot of women come to relationships broken, right? And men need to recognize that when they come into these relationships. I go on Instagram the other day and I saw a lady that I began following. Her name is, let me make sure I got it right. It's Janice. It's Janice Cheyenne, right? Or Cheyenne, however you want to pronounce it. It's Janice Cheyenne. She had a post, and I said, somebody like they've been peeping at my content because she had this to say.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1.
Right? She gave a whole list. But I edited it because, I cut it short because we can talk about that video another time. But I just need the beginning to say that, hey, some women are losers, right? And I have two cases to present. Let's have the first one.
And there was one time, particularly, that I can recall my coochie stank when I was doing a dude. I'll never forget that shit, because I was, what? Man, listen, it was one time I was in high school, and there was a young man, we had been dibbling and dabbling and talking a little piece, and I had already been doing several dicks, you know what I'm saying? I was in college living, having a ball. I didn't even go to motherfucking class, you know what I'm saying? I went on a date with this boy, we was chilling, whatever with the woo, and this is the second time we linked up, and he obviously wanted to do it. He was anxious about it. It made me feel very weird, to the point where I didn't want to I didn't want to do nothing with him, you know what I'm saying? But we're in his house, he has a huge bedroom, and he's like coercing me, pretty much. He's like guilting me, I got you all the way over here, like, you for real? Oh my God, like, the deep breaths, like, for hours, like, when we was in his room, and it was just so, it frustrated me to the point where I was like, fine, here, take the pussy, take it, you know what I'm saying? He gets in, he start doing his do, and he stops, he like, man, what the fuck smell? And I smelled it too, and I was like, oh my God, that's my coochie hot, I tell you. A fish fry, respectfully. I didn't know what the fuck BV was, because like I said, I had been doing a lot of things. I did several, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know shit about a piece of boric acid. I didn't know shit about a little piece of anything to make fat mom stop stinking. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing. So by the time he came around, he was like, oh hell no. What the f? To the point where he got up, he went to his closet in his room, he started spraying air freshener. He's applying like, we can keep going. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to keep going. You just said my coochie was the stankiest thing you've ever smelled in your entire life. Why the f I want to keep f***ing? I'm actually happy that happened. I'm happy that you got stank coochie. That's what you deserve for begging for it. You begged and now you got what you wanted. Right? Dank. You feel me? Like, that ain't my motherfucking fault. I mean, I guess it was, you feel me? But that's the day that stank coochie saved me. It saved me bad. You know what I mean? And I'll never be embarrassed about that. I'll never be embarrassed to shame about that shit because I felt like you should have been coercing me. You should have been trying to guilt me and to give you a little piece of my You didn't even want it. You did not want that shit when she got it. The nigga was mad. He got finished. She like, I mean, we could continue. He's spraying this shit like, I'll never forget that. That's what he did. I hope he's doing awful today. And then you wasn't even goddamn cute. That's what bothered me. I shouldn't even did that. I had no business doing that. But I was just a hoe in high school, in college. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just hypersexual because of the shit that happened to me when I was a kid, child. I was ready to pop it. I didn't know you had to in there or go to the doctor, you know what I'm saying, so it could stop stinking for real. I didn't realize it stank for real. I also thought that the smell that I was smelling was like, maybe that's just what it smells like when you have sex. Like, because it wasn't like a fishy smell necessarily, but it was that BV smell. That BV that's like farts and a little piece of fish and a little piece of cool. Yeah, it didn't smell good, respectfully, but.
Yes, my brother.
All right.
You know, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Let me hear from you.
All right. So first things first, she was hyper promiscuous at college, and she blames that or she insinuates that's due to things that would have happened to her in her childhood, meaning that she was broken, right? Okay. The reason why I bring that up is because I know how this is gonna go, right?
Yeah,
Normally,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
normally we would talk on things we see on the internet, and then people will come and oh, but she was broken. Oh, but she was this. Oh, the man coerced her out. The man was pressuring her for the vagina,
Yep.
right? Man, a woman can tell you up to the moment you're about to put it in that she does not want to have sex with you. You have to honor that. While you're having sex with her, and she makes a sound or a movement or something like that shows she is not interested, you need to confirm if you can stop or to keep going. This is important, right? Because when you messing with women, whether you know them or not, they have the right to say they don't want to have sex with you. They do not want to continue down a line that they would have previously agreed upon, right? So you have to be hyper vigilant. You could got a dicky hard enough to dent car, right? Dicky hard enough to bend steel, right?
Got a cat at home.
You got to carry that home with you. Get that, have a sock, put your balls in, and carry it home, right? Because you cannot do nothing with that woman there. Don't get vexed with the woman, don't shame the woman, don't pressure the woman. Say, you know what? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's your right. And move forward. Do not be, come on, but we come all the way. Don't do that.
When you walk across here.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Right? Don't do that. Chalk that up as a loss, chalk it up to the game, and keep it pushing. But you do not have autonomy over a woman's body. That is important to say. The second thing, addressing the childhood being broken, we are all broken people in the West. I am sorry to say, but all of us are broken to some degree, right?
Yeah, and if they say if you look at somebody else and you don't think they're broken, it just tells how broken you are.
Exactly. Facts, right? So I know we want to pull out the violins and, Kadir, she was hypersexual. So that it absorbs her for being a whore in college. Notice I use the hard R. I just feel as though we got to at some point, because every now and then you try to watch and consume content that makes you a better person, etc. And one of the things that I came across recently that I was reminded of, your past does not indicate or justify your present or dictate your future. Basically, it comes down to your mindset and perception, and it comes down to you understanding that what happened to you when you were young or the traumas or triggers that you would have had, all of us would have had, it is not right. Shoot, we grew up in the Caribbean. Small example. We used to get beat bad in the 80s in primary school. Bad. 1-on-1 is 4 licks for half hour, right?
Sure.
You're getting beat bad. Those things can have a profound impact upon certain people when they get a certain age in terms of performance and the fear of doing certain things for fear of making mistakes. These things happen. But does that excuse you from not trying or accomplishing or getting to a space you are trying to achieve? No. You go to therapy. You understand? You're right. You journal, you meditate. I don't know. You do these things, right? But the point is that we cannot be hiding behind things that happened to us in our past, making bad decisions now, and then looking to blame a third, fourth, fifth party in the present for something that happened to you in the past. That has nothing to do with the situation. No, back to the topic at hand. I feel like I had to do that long roundabout thing to come around. Disclaimer. That's right. Now, the reason why women will bristle at a waste woman is because in their circle of friends and the women that they perceive around them, they're not waste women. There's value. Shoot, a lot of people look at the women, this is women included, that their value is tied to their womb. Therefore, if you're of childbearing age, you have value. And you can't be a waste woman if you have the ability to procreate. Some other people believe that simply because you are a woman and you have had a history and a whole gamut of things that would have happened to you in a negative way over the centuries and the millennia, that gives you the ability to say, we have inherent value because we've been dismissed, ostracized, oppressed, everything like that back in the day, right? But we got to call a thing, right? And because we have the internet now, we got hot mics and cameras, everything got a camera now, and you could speak into a mic and say that I used to give it, used to pop it, used to give it, right? Like Skittles. When you're at college, come see me and come do me. That's you, right? You find yourself in a situation and you are speaking about you having an odor while having sex from your vaginal cavity while in college. And you're saying, I am glad that the man decided that it turned you off and think the man spraying and this and that. Brother, sister, that ain't looking bad on the man, you know. I'm sorry to say. This is bad on the man. This is looking bad on you. Right? This is looking bad on you. I'm saying that because you have to own your own mistakes. And you have to understand that because you can get on the internet and say these things, your value in the dating marketplace will plummet. What
Neil,
Go
let
ahead.
me pause right there. Right? You see that last comment you made there? That is my contention, as always. Neil, we are here in Barbados. We didn't go to college with this lady. I would hazard to get about 20 years older than she is. But we are here in Barbados talking about this. Why is that, Neil?
Because she put it on the internet.
This lady saw it fit to regale the world. The www, the World Wide Web. Our first part there, world. This thing all over the world and other places. And she
breaking she phone.
You know what I mean? Where she phone guys for. She saw it fit to regale us all with the tales of, as you say, her odorous vaginal cavity. Where have we gone? That I mean, then the shame in nothing.
Nothing. And then she be vexed when she goes to any road and no man picking she up, no man taking she on. She, you know, men on the
or worse, somebody tells you about it. And you know who can tell you about it too, Neil? Ain't gonna be meant to tell you, you know. Women can tell you.
Listen.
Women are the ones who will tell her. Yeah, yeah, coochie stink. You know what I mean? You smell it, garbage truck juice. That's what they can tell you. Start there. Let me go back. Let me go back and come forward. To go back to her childhood. You see me when you talk about broken from the start. But you come all the way through teenage years into young adulthood. You still broken.
I'm still making decisions.
You still so broken to the point that you figure it's cool to come and air out, pardon the pun, air out your business on the internet for all and sundry. Gentlemen, if you see a woman that is so thirsty for a dopamine hit that she's willing to put herself, pause. I was watching the documentary. There's a Netflix documentary on Anna Nicole Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was going through her life and all that. And she concocted some stories about her childhood and stuff that were grossly inaccurate, right? Sold them to the public and stuff like that. And when her mother was asking her, but what are you telling these lies though? Anna Nicole said to her mother, hey, every time my name is in the news, I make money. But if my name is in the news for a sad story, I make 4 times as much money, right? So she had no problem spinning victim stories and stuff like that, right? But that's Anna Nicole Smith. I don't know this young lady, but I doubt very much that she making Anna Nicole Smith money. Young ladies, please, we don't need to know all your inside and outside business on the internet. You don't need to. And gentlemen, if you pick a lady who needs this dopamine hit like this, it's a recipe for disaster, because guess what? Y'all's business, yours and hers, will become fodder for the internet just for her to get that dopamine hit.
Fast.
Man, left it out. Fast. Something else I was watching on Netflix over the weekend. With this guy, he picked up a woman, and from the time he picked up this woman, it was pure stress to the point where he ended in court and all kind of thing, just following this woman in foolishness. But sometimes you going on to hold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Facts.
A lot of times you just got to run. Folks, this has been another Senate Short. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any of the content we got coming for you. We're going to see you guys again soon. Peace.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.
And there's nothing wrong with shame, Gotta bring back shame.
What the worst way is necessary?
Bring back shame. Bring back shame. Not the mean shame. Not the mean, you know it's big. Not that kind of shame. But we got to call a thing, because you talking about how men in the good, because let me be clear. We have all heard that X man in the good, this man in the good, that man do this, that man do that. He's short, he smells stink, he mouth hot. We've all heard it, you know. We have no problem calling a man a waste man, as Derek said. But just let me understand equality now, being what it is.
Yeah.
Being what it is, there are some women out there that are waste women. Because that's not a wife, you know. That's not a wife. That's not a boy picking up and carrying one of my mother.
Dog. That ain't even a side chick. That ain't even a side chick.
Facts of life.
Cause shoot, if she smelling like that ain't your clothes. You can't carry that home, woman. She ain't even a side chick.
You remember? Oh, I can't remember what it was in the air. It tastes it for your mouth.